Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to today's class. Gaining sustainable flexibility. That's what this class is all about today. I've always felt that in my dance training, there wasn't a whole lot of time to, work on gaining flexibility in class. Maybe like a really quick bar stretch or something, but not as much as we needed to always be able to do these amazing feats, get those long lines, those beautiful splits and leaps and legs and everything. So this practice is just gonna kind of be there to fill in the gaps and give you that extra time to really stretch and find a wider range of motion in your muscles that you might not be getting in your dance class. So flexibility takes time, it takes patience, and it takes a lot of proprioception, like deep inner awareness, and creating a dialogue with your body. Any stiffness or tightness or resistance that we feel in a stretch is really just our muscles kind of tightening up if we're going into a further range of motion that we're not usually going into. Your muscles are gonna resist and be I don't know about this, we haven't been here. It's like uncharted territory for them, so they might feel a little threatened at first. It's just the nature of our body to want to protect us. It's just doing its job, but we'll really be using the power of the exhale in this class to release, let it soften, and talk to your body. Say you can relax, you are safe to open and release, you are safe to surrender to gravity. Anything that's gonna help those muscles feel okay to open and relax, and also not only the muscles but the connective tissue that surrounds it, the fascia. So we're mixing a couple different ways to stretch today, like some more dynamic flow to really make sure the muscles are warm, to really open up and wake up the fascia, and then some longer, more static holds to allow those muscles to really sink into the stretch, to really find that lengthening. Little quick shout out to anyone who has really hypermobile joints. We're gonna be paying extra close attention that, in whatever stretch we're doing, that we're not locking into the knees. Oh my gosh, it happens so much in dancers. They think that they're really flexible, but the stretch is really just going into the joint, which we don't want. When we stretch the joints, they become weaker. They're not elastic like muscles. They're not gonna bounce back. Once you stretch a joint, that's it. It's not gonna go back. So we really wanna avoid stretching the joint. So it might seem a little counterintuitive, but I want us to keep a little bend in the legs so that the stretch is actually going into the muscle. You might be surprised to notice that when we do, say take a triangle or something and you have that bend in your leg, this stretch is gonna shift into your muscles. So you might realize, oh, I'm not as flexible as my hypermobility has tricked me into thinking that I am. But whatever happens, just meeting yourself where you are with compassion, with non-judgment. We'll also be channeling a little fun power flow for the goddess Durga. She's a Hindu goddess that rides a lion. She is a badass. She has all these swords, and she just slays anything that's standing in the way of her truth, slaying the enemies, which are usually the ones within our own minds, the voices that tell us that we're not good enough, the self-criticism, self-doubt, all of those things. Just gonna slay right through those bitches. Ooh. So it's gonna be a fun little flow. Grab your water, grab your mat, and let's get to it. We are going to just start facing the top of the mat here. We're gonna open up the front and back line of the fascia before we really get into anything, because the fascia is what holds us together, is the connective tissue that runs throughout our entire body, so that needs to be open first before the muscles even have space to move and open. So starting with your feet right below you, spreading your toes on the floor, tailbone drawing down to the floor, pulling up through the lower abs and pulling that pubic bone up, finding a little bend in the knees, relaxing your shoulders down, spine growing up tall, taking a full inhale, the deepest inhale you've taken all day, and exhale, sighing it out. Just coming into this moment, coming into your body, onto your mat, knowing that you have dedicated this time for yourself, so anything else that might be going on in your life, it can wait for now. This time is for you. So squeezing your glutes, squeeze your booty, bend through the knees and arching up, reaching your fingertips back, flex the hands, let the head drop back a little bit, opening up the throat, inhale. Exhale, bringing the hands behind your head, tucking your chin to your chest, and rolling down one vertebra at a time into a forward fold. Releasing through the back of the neck and just letting the weight of gravity in your hands pull that head towards the floor. Pulling the core into your spine to support you as you roll back up to a tall standing position. Sweeping the arms up, squeeze the glutes as you lift the spine up and back, flexing the hands. Inhaling. Exhale, hands behind the head, dropping down, rolling down with an exhale. Taking a breath here at the bottom. And then pulling the core into the spine to support it as you roll back up. One last time, sweeping the arms up. Flex the hands, getting this opening through this whole line from your fingertips down the front of your body all the way to the tops of your feet. And now turning the toes out 45 degrees, tucking the head down, chin to chest, rolling down as you squat. Opening up your knees, dropping down, coming into a little malasana squat here. I'll come face you guys. Dropping your head down to the floor, trying to bring your crown of the head towards your tailbone. Beautiful. Inhaling, pressing the hands together and using the elbows to really open up those knees, lengthening through the spine, little arch in the back, looking up. Inhale. Exhale, rounding, drop that head down. Inhale, opening up, pressing the hands together. Inhale, and exhale, rounding, dropping that head down, really holding onto the back of the neck here. Inhale, coming up, long spine. Exhale fully. Inhale, opening up to the left now, pressing that right hand into the right leg, getting that twist, and exhale back to center. Inhale, opening up to the right now, pressing the left arm into the left leg, opening across the collarbones, and exhaling together. One more time each side. Inhale to the left. Exhale together. Inhale to the right. Exhale together. Okay, beautiful. Planting your hands from here, stepping back into a nice strong plank. Spread your fingertips on the floor, finding that length in your spine, core pulling up. Shifting forward, exhale, lower, coming to hover just an inch above the ground in your chaturanga. And then inhale, squeezing the glutes as you open up into an upward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears, crown of the head growing up towards the ceiling. Knees down, shift your hips back in a child's pose. Lengthening your hands forward, melting that heart and third eye to the ground. Taking a full breath here, seeing if you can send your breath all the way down the entire length of your spine. Inhaling, drawing it down to your low back. Seeing if you can expand your low back, really breathing into the kidneys. Welcoming in some detoxifying energy into those centers. Beautiful. Coming up and lifting up into downward facing dog. From here, stepping that left foot to the outside of the left hand. From here, we're just gonna do a little bounce to pick up and switch your legs. Bounce to press up, lift the hips up, bounce for 2. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Just really try to get some air as you lift those hips, just trying to warm up. And switch, switch, 2 more, switch, switch, switch. Beautiful, lowering that right knee down, coming up to the left, reaching the heart forward, letting the knee letting the hips open. Plant that right hand and reach the left arm around for that back foot as you bend that right knee. Getting a little twist here. Taking a deep, full breath to inhale. Then exhale, letting go with an exhale. Sinking into that stretch. One more full inhale, filling up the entire torso. And exhale, seeing where you can soften in your body. Release that hold on the leg, bring that hand back to the front. You're gonna walk that left foot in so that both your hands are framing that foot, coming into a low lunge. Sweeping the arms up as you squeeze the inner thighs together, drawing the right hip back, left hip back, right hip forward, trying to square off the hips here. And then exhaling, bringing your hands forward, shifting the hips back, flexing that front foot, coming into a half split. So here's where you wanna have that little bend in the knee. It's really easy to just lock into that, but have a little bend in the knee. Flex to that foot, and then exhale to soften. Full inhale, and exhale. Melting towards that leg. Inhale, coming forward for the lunge. Squeezing the inner thighs together, lifting up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, drawing your hands forward as you shift the hips back. Inhale to find the length through the spine. Exhale to melt over that leg. Again, having that dialogue with your body if you're having tightness through the back of your hamstrings. Without forcing it, we're not trying to force or crank our body into any position. That's not going to build sustainable flexibility, and that's just going to actually end up hurting our bodies. So really, we just want to gently find our edge, find that place where we're getting lots of good stretching sensation, but that we can still breathe in a very relaxed, easeful, and deep way. Inhale, coming forward, finding that low lunge, and then from here, walking your hands back, finding length in your spine as you go into a little back bend, letting the head drop back. And relax into it. Inhale fully. Exhale. You can stay here or begin to walk your hands even further back as you begin to straighten that front leg, coming into that half splits with a back bend. But listen to your body. If this isn't feeling safe or good on your spine, you can always just take that regular half splits. Listen to your body, not your ego. Gently coming back. And then stepping back into a downward facing dog. Shake your head out, no. Take a little walk out through the legs. And then stepping that right foot forward to the outside of the hands, drop that back knee and take that twist, bending the left knee, reaching back for that foot, finding length through the spine, pressing into the ground with that left hand to lift up and out of that shoulder socket. Inhale to lengthen, fill yourself up with air, exhale to soften. Inhale. Exhale, release. Beautiful, gently releasing that foot. Heel to walk that right foot in, framing your foot with your hands. Draw your right hip back, left hip forward, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the inner thighs together, and sweeping the arms up, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale fully. Exhale, hands down, shifting your hip back, keep a little bend in that knee, and flex the foot. Or you can take that ankle in a circle, see how that changes up the stretch for you. And then don't forget about your breath. How is it moving in the pose? Can you breathe in a deep and relaxed way? Where is the breath going? Where does it feel a little more tight and resistant? Where does it feel like it can flow easily? Inhale back to that lunge, sweeping the arms up, squeezing the inner thighs together to protect your low back. Exhale forward, melting back into that half splits. Inhaling to lengthen through the spine, drawing the crown of the head forward. Exhale to melt over that leg. Staying present with every breath, every sensation that you're getting in your body. What can you learn from your body? What is it trying to tell you? And hearing what it has to say without any judgment. Beautiful. Inhale, shifting forward to that lunge. Finding length in the spine and then walking the hands back to arch. Letting the head drop back, sinking your hips forward into the lunge. Staying here, or beginning to walk your hands back slowly as you straighten that front leg. Breathing slowly and mindfully. And then walking back, coming forward, beautiful, planting those hands and stepping back into a downward facing dog. Shake your head out now, spreading your fingertips on the floor and really plugging them into the ground to support your wrists. Make sure your whole hand is active here. Inhaling, sweeping the left leg up to the sky, but keeping your hips squared at first, so your leg isn't going to get as high. And your booty's gonna have to work a little more, pulling your core in, really pressing into the ground. Feel like someone's lengthening your toes, pulling them away from your body. And then on your next inhale, then you can let those hips open, really let that leg stretch up towards the sky. Now here, bring your awareness to the knee of your right leg, the one that is still on the ground, making sure you're not locking into it. Find a little tiny micro bend. And you might notice that the stretch goes more into the muscles of your calf. Relax the back of your neck. Exhale, step that left leg forward in between your hands, turn out that back foot, sweeping the arms up into warrior two, sinking low through that front leg, grounding down through the outer edge of that back foot. All right, time to channel Durga. So imagine you have this big sword in your right hand. You're gonna exhale, sweeping it forward. Inhale, drawing it back as you straighten the front knee, not locking into it, but coming up mindfully. Exhale forward. Inhale, drop back, really pulling down through that shoulder. Exhale, slaying whatever's not going to serve you, draw back. Exhale, sinking low through that leg, squeezing the left glute to come up. Beautiful. And now imagine that you have a bow and arrow, drawing the string back with your right hand as you shift your weight into that right leg. Exhale, let it go. Circling around, draw that bow back with your left hand now, bending the left knee, and let it go. Exhaling out. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, circle. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. And this time coming to face the back of your mat, sinking into a lunge. So now your right knee is bent, facing the back of your mat. On an inhale, drawing your chin into your chest, rounding through the spine, lifting up. Exhaling, sticking your tongue out for a lion's breath. Dropping the hips, looking forward. So this is a really great breath. Just release, just let it go, make the sound. No one's watching you. Stick your tongue out, throw your head back, flip your hair. Let's do it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Like the lion that Durga rides. Inhale, last one, exhale. Beautiful, straightening both legs now. Might have to bring them an inch closer, coming into a pyramid pose, drawing the right hip back, left hip forward. Find length through the spine on an inhale, and then melt over that leg with an exhale. Bring your awareness to your right knee. Is it slightly bent or is it locked into the joint? Always trying to square off those hips, keeping that micro bend, and breathe. Using the breath as a tool to change your experience. Every time we take a breath, we have a choice of what our experience is going to be. If we are going to be relaxed and centered, or if we're having really shallow, tight breaths, we're going to be in a more anxious, tense place. So you decide. Your breath truly is the only thing that you can control in your life. We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it with our breath. From here, bringing both of your feet parallel, dropping into a forward fold facing the side of your mat. Shaking your head no, just letting the weight of gravity draw you down. As you exhale, pulling the core in towards the spine to roll you back up to standing, bringing your arms up overhead, lifting up the heels to turn the legs out, and dropping into a goddess squat, making sure your knees are really pressing out. We're gonna inhale up, exhale, lost my balance there. Exhale, drawing your hands down into your heart as you lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Staying down, releasing your hands to your knees. You're gonna inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, dropping the right shoulder in, looking over the left with a twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Other side, twist. Inhale, center. Oh, it feels so good. Take that twist. From here, coming back up, straightening the legs, taking them just a little bit wider. You're gonna drop to the left side, lowering down to a deep lunge. And then squeezing to lift back up through the center. Inhale, exhale over to the right, keeping that knee turning out, going over those toes. Inhale, and exhaling, dropping down into the left, really sinking into that low squat. And breathing here, trying to stay really long and lengthened through the spine, not crunching over. You're gonna take a bind, wrapping that left arm around the front of the knee and meeting up with the right hand behind you, opening up through the collarbones, twisting to the right. Exhale, soften. Inhale fully. Exhale, soften. From here, taking your right hand to that left ankle. So we've got this twisting cross line here. With the left arm, you're gonna reach up and over towards that right foot. Trying to really draw down through the left hips so that we get this beautiful lengthening and opening through the left side. And here is one of those moments where your body might be like, what is this? I don't know this. This is unfamiliar. I don't want to open into it. This is your opportunity to get that inner dialogue going of, you're safe. You can trust me. Sending love to your whole body, sending your breath into this left side body. And then coming back up from here, pivoting around, dropping into that lunge on that same left side that we started on. And just taking a moment to breathe here, either up on your hands or coming down on your forearms for lizard. Exhaling, softening. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming back up onto your hands. You're gonna pick up that left foot and drop the shin down to the floor, coming into our pigeon pose here. So pigeon, you can decide if you want that leg closer into your body for a more gentle stretch, or if you're really trying to open up the hips here, try to get that shin more parallel to the front of your mat. And then trying to square off the hips, drawing the left hip back, right hip forward. Everything that we're doing is really gonna help you get into your splits with squared hips. So finding a moment here to lengthen up through the spine, and then dropping down to the floor, making a little pillow with your hands to rest on. And if this hurts your knee at all, you can try flexing and winging that front foot, and that should hopefully take some of the pressure off. Wherever you are, sending your breath all the way down into your very low belly, allowing those hip flexors and especially your psoas muscles to release here. Remembering using your breath as a tool, using your exhale to see where you can soften in your body, where you might be holding on to that you don't realize, like in your shoulders or your jaw, or in your stomach. The more overall sense of relaxation that you can find in your body, the more your muscles are going to sense that they are safe to open and to relax and to increase that range of motion. On your next inhale, lengthening to come back up. All right, we're going to ease onto our butt here. And from here, taking a little compass pose. So you're gonna reach for the outside edge of that right foot, really grounded down through both sits bones here, go up nice and tall through the spine, and then bringing that right hand to the outside of the leg. First, just starting to try and get that knee or the armpit of your knee kind of up onto your shoulder here. And then from there, extending that leg out, looking under your left shoulder, really pressing into the ground through those right fingertips. Even here, staying mindful that you're not locking into that right knee. Breathing deeply. You guys stay as you are. I'm just gonna turn to the side to show you another view of it. So we're trying to not crunch forward too much, but really find the length through that spine. And then from here, get your balance by bringing your left butt cheek to the ground and reach for the inner arch of that left foot. So both of our feet are off the ground. Left foot is staying on the outside of the right leg. Right hand is coming to the inside arch of the left foot, okay? This is a true yoga pretzel, but it's a fun little pose called sundial. From here, you're gonna extend the right leg up just like we were, and then extend the left leg too, looking under your left armpit. Yeah, let me know how this one goes in the comments. It's definitely a funky one. If you can't get it this time, be patient with your body. Love yourself. And gently releasing those legs. So, just a fun little pose to try out, explore new shapes that you can make with your body. All right, let's come forward onto our hands and knees. Taking a little cat-cow just to recenter yourself. Inhaling to drop the belly. Look up. Exhale, curving the spine, chin to chest. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Shake your head out, no. I am actually actually going to switch around so that I can face you guys on this right side. Inhale, extending your right leg up, keeping your hips squared though, so your leg's not gonna get as high, keeping your shoulders and hips squared, make sure that right glute is really active to lift that leg up. Taking a full inhale and exhale here. Lengthening the right toes away from the body. And now letting the hip open, but keeping the shoulders square. Let that leg stretch up. Bring your awareness to that left knee to make sure that it is not locking. Shake the head out, no. Really plugging those fingertips into the floor to press away from the ground. And exhale, step that right foot in between the hands, turn out that back leg. Coming up into our nice, strong warrior two here. Grounding down through that outer edge of the foot. Take that sword in your left hand. What is holding you back? What is in your way? What is not going to serve you as you move forward as a dancer, as an artist, as a creator, as a human? Let's slay it right now. Exhaling. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Feel your power. Inhale up. Exhale, drop low. Drawing back strong. Last one. Very nice. Now drawing that arm forward and imagine you're pulling that bow of the arrow back as you shift your weight to that back leg. Let it go with a sharp exhale. Circling around, drawing to the other side. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, really drawing back. Exhale, release. Coming over into a lunge, facing the back side of your mat. Inhale, drawing upwards. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale. Sink the hips, flip the hair. Inhale. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Now straightening both legs. Coming into that pyramid pose. Get the hair out of your mouth if it's there. All right, ooh, slowing down the breath here. Drawing your left hip back, right hip forward, little tiny bend in that front leg. Lifting up halfway to find length in the spine as you inhale. And exhale, melting over that front leg. Full inhales and exhales, sending the breath to any places of tightness or tension. Shake the head no. Make sure you're not holding in the back of the neck. And then pivoting so both feet are parallel towards the side of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Shake the head no. And then pulling the core into the spine, rolling up, sweeping your arms up, lifting the heels up to turn the legs out, squat low. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop. Inhale, up. Exhale, squat low, pressing those knees out. Last one. And coming up, walking your feet out just a little bit more. Really turning those legs out, get those rotator muscles going. Inhale. Exhaling, sinking down into that right low lunge. Squeezing glute, coming back up strong. Inhale. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, coming up strong. Exhale, lowering with control, keeping that knee turning out, sinking down. Finding length in the spine. Exhaling, taking that bind, wrapping that right arm around the knee, opening up through the collarbones, finding length from the tailbone to the crown of the spine. And exhaling, release that, bringing that left hand to the right ankle, and then reaching that right arm up and over towards the left leg, opening up through the entire right side of the body. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, releasing. Maybe even closing your eyes. Let this be an inward experience. Inhaling, coming back up. And then pivoting to come into a lunge, dropping that back knee down. Or lizard, staying up on your hands or coming down onto your forearms, listening to your body. Beautiful. From here, inhaling back up onto your hands, pick that foot up and dropping it down, coming into a pigeon. Taking a moment here to lengthen up through the spine and then melting down over the leg. Bringing your breath all the way down to your very low ribs, into your belly. Exhale, release. Using the breath to help you open. Inhaling, coming back up, swinging that left foot around and reaching for that outside edge of the foot, bringing that left arm through, getting that armpit of the left knee onto that shoulder. And if that's feeling good, then from there you can open up, looking under your right armpit, coming into compass, which looks like this, pressing into the floor with those left fingertips. Breathing here. Remember, only go as far, even if that's here today, only go as far as you can go when you can still have your full range of breath. Beautiful. All right, from here, reaching for the inner edge of the right arch with the left hand. You're going to extend that left leg and then the right leg looking under. Ooh, it's a balancing pose too, looking under the right armpit. Yeah, and then slowly release that. Coming forward onto your hands and knees. Spreading the fingertips, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, sweeping the left leg up to the sky, reach those toes away from the body, and exhale, coming through into your left splits, or however close you are to those today. Obviously, listen to your body wherever you are. Finding length through the spine, sitting up tall. And if you are in your splits, then you're trying to work on squaring off the hips. So drawing the left hip forward, right hip back, and maybe even trying to keep that little micro bend in the knee can definitely deepen the stretch into your leg. Taking 3 very deep, slow breaths, closing your eyes. Exhale, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale, reaching forward over that front leg. Inhaling, coming back up, plant the hands, stepping back into your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, reaching the right leg up to the sky, get that stretch. And then exhale, sliding into those right leg splits here. So again, just meeting yourself with love and compassion wherever you are today, even if that is here, okay? You are perfectly where you need to be. There's no need to send any shade or judgment to your body. And just closing your eyes and seeing where you can soften, where you can allow your body to open into the pose. over that leg. Beautiful. Coming back up. Swing that left foot forward, coming with both legs out for a Dandasana, reaching up tall through the spine, reach the arms up. Exhale, lengthening as you reach forward. Your choice to point or flex the feet. Pointing will get a stretch on the top of the legs. Flexing will get a stretch through the back of the legs. So choose which one you'd like today. Beautiful, rolling back up, bending your knees and coming onto your back, hugging the knees into your chest, giving it a little rock side to side. And then reaching for the outer edges of the feet, opening up through the hips, letting the knees drop down for happy baby. And then from happy baby, extending, I'm gonna have to turn a different way, but extend both your legs out to the side, straightening them, getting that stretch into the inner thighs. Melting your shoulders down, releasing through the back of the neck. Slow, deep breaths. Just letting gravity and the weight of your hands do the work here. Beautiful. Bringing your knees back in towards your chest and letting them fall to the left side, looking over your right shoulder for a gentle twist. Sending your breath all the way down to the bottom of your spine. And exhale, releasing it. With your next exhale, rolling back to the center and letting your knees fall over to the right, looking over your left shoulder. And rolling back to the center. If there's any last stretch or position you'd like to take before we come to Shavasana, I invite you to take a moment to do that. And then making your way, whenever you're ready, into a final resting pose, letting your arms and legs extend out. Just letting everything from the practice integrate into every cell, every muscle fiber of your body. With the palms facing up in this receptive position, just signaling to the universe that you are open to receive, that you are open to stretch, to flexibility, and to more openness in your body, and just open to receive the gifts of life as they come in many forms, in the forms of people, in abundance, as lessons, and transformation, just staying open to life. Bringing your awareness to the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands and letting them soften. Letting relaxation weave its way up your body from your wrists and ankles, up the arms and legs, through the shoulders and the hips, coming to unite at the heart. Connecting in with the energy of the heart and sending some love from your heart through your whole body. Gratitude for yourself and for your body and for taking time to show up for yourself on the mat. Allow your breath to be easy and soft. Taking a deep, full inhale and sighing it out with an exhale. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And then reaching the arms up overhead, lengthening from your fingertips to toes, taking a big stretch. And then rolling over to one side, coming into a little curled up fetal position. Nice and comfortable. And then gently pressing your way up to a comfortable seated position. Grounding down through the pelvis, spine growing up tall, relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. We'll take one last breath together, sweeping the arms up, uniting the palms overhead with an exhale, drawing the thumbs to the third eye. May we see clearly and trust our intuition. Drawing the thumbs to the lips, may we speak words of kindness and truth. And finally, drawing the hands to the heart, may we act with love and compassion towards ourselves and others. Namaste. Enjoy this feeling of openness. I hope you feel amazing. Go drink some water, go love yourself, go enjoy life. Thank you for joining. Like the video, subscribe, stay tuned. There will be new classes every week. Sending y'all love. Have a beautiful day.